1 GB, 2 GB, 4 GB, 8 GB, 16 GB, 32 GB, 64 GB, and also more than this. I've seen, of course, 240 GB of flash disk, 240 GB, almost it's a hard disk. So this is a flash disk. So flash disk is a secondary storage device, which is under secondary storage device. So there are also other storage devices, micro storage devices. For example, in mobiles there are memories, different memories. Memory sizes are available, which is in your mobile phone, and also in camera, digital camera for capturing image or capturing video. Those are all memories. This memory used to record information permanently. So there are memories, for example, micro memories in your mobile memories, and camera memory. These two was used to record information using your mobile and using your digital camera to capture information. So what I have discussed before, which are under storage devices and secondary storage, primary storage device, these all are storage devices, one component of a computer hardware. The fourth hardware part of a computer is the processing device. Processing device. Processing device, as you can understand from its name, this is part of the computer hardware which used to process information. So there are two main processing devices in the computer. The first one is the central processing unit. Central processing unit, which usually called CPU. CPU, central processing unit. This is the major processing device of a computer. Usually it's known as the brain of a computer because this is a traffic cop. Every command, every instruction you give for a computer passes through this CPU. So that's why a traffic cop. Every instruction. And this is the very fast processing unit of a computer. Usually you may have listened, computers can process millions of instructions per second. Millions of instructions per second, very fast. Because this is one of the reasons that we prefer to use computers than processing in our mind. For example, we use calculator, we use different devices, mobile devices, smartphones, and even laptops or desktops, because computers are very fast in processing information, because they have the very fast processing device, which is known as processor. It is the brain of the computer, the brain of a computer, the central very active and fast processing unit of a computer, the brain of a computer. Okay, a central processing unit. This central processing unit in fact also can be seen in detail. It has the word links. It has three components: the register, the word links, and also the what is known as the fastest memory, the fastest or near to the memory. There are three components of a processor. We will discuss it in detail in the next class. For now, one of the major hardware component of a computer, CPU, and the other also a coprocessor. 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 This coprocessor is also a processor, but for example, why we say a coprocessor? It's also a processor, but in one of the major computer hardware part. For example, a video processor for nowadays, the video size is very big quality, or the resolution is being very smart, very clear. So it needs very large processing capacity. So a video card has its own processing unit, which is usually called coprocessor. This coprocessor works in video or other hardware parts, which which can process very large or complex processes, because because in order to make it easy or make it fast, they have their own processing part, processing software, processing hardware, I mean. So this is a coprocessor, a helper of the main processing device, a CPU. So that's why we call it coprocessor. This coprocessor usually works in a video card, video card, graphical unit. Video card is graphical unit. Graphical unit. It's known as graphical unit, or a video card. So this video card, as you know, presently videos becoming very clear, but very large in size, and they need very large processing capacity. So they need coprocessor, a processor by itself. It needs by itself the video card, which is attached. I mean, a coprocessor is a processor which is attached to a video card and other hardware devices, other than the main processing unit, or the main processing unit, which is the CPU. And the other component of the hardware is communication devices. Communication device is another computer hardware part, which are under computer hardware. They are included under computer hardware parts, and they are known as communication devices. These communication devices nowadays, computers are being communicated or being connected to worldwide computers, which is known as the internet. We use the internet to use for example, to send our information, to receive information from our friends abroad, and even to download different books, different videos, different resources abroad from another computer. So in order to do this, our computer must connect with the internet. This internet is known as network of networks, or network of computers together over the world, which is known as the internet. In order to apply this, all the important devices are known as communication devices. These communication devices are, let's list down. For example, the first communication device, even the cable itself, cables. First, this communication device, in fact, can be categorized into two. The first one is wireless and wired one. The wireless devices are, for example, even Bluetooth. You can mention it. Bluetooth, infrared, even Even nowadays there is also GSM for mobiles. These all are for mobiles. These are wireless communication devices, and also wired communication devices like cable. Cable is, for example, Ethernet. Ethernet cable, which is common. Let me show it you physically. This is the Ethernet cable, which have the RJ45, and there are 8 very small cables under it. I will show you in the laboratory how you can crimp this one. So this is known as Ethernet cable, a cable which is used to connect your computer to the internet, or locally you can make local computer network. So this is known as Ethernet cable. And also there are other hardware devices. For example, hub, switch, and repeaters, bridges. Let's see, there are a lot of communication hardware. So these all are under a computer hardware part. This, what we have discussed before, are grouped under a computer hardware part, the physical component. And next we will see the software part of the computer. So now, what is software? What comes in your mind when you listen the word software? Software is simply instruction or order that tells the computer what to do. Simply, we can define software in this manner. It is instruction or a set of instructions that told the computer hardware what to do. Simply, we can define software in this manner. But when this set of instructions come together, more and more and more computer instructions come together, this holds software. So software is simply, it is a set of instructions, that told the computer hardware what to do. Computer hardware what to do. A set of instruction, it's an order. Do this, don't do this, just like this. This is instruction. So this set of instruction tells the computer hardware what to do. In fact, it has label. Let me write it. First, it's instruction. Set of instruction. This gives us programs, computer programs, and these computer programs plus other helping documents, plus this program, number of programs, multiple programs. This both gives us what is known as software. Helping documents and also number of multiple programs together, this gives us software. So this software also has different categories. Software can be categorized into two main categories. The first one is application software, and the second one, this is the first one. The second one is system software. The first application software and the second one system software. What is the difference between these two? The first one, as it is clear, application software is a software which solves users' particular problem. When a software is being ready or programmed or designed, the purpose is in order to solve users' specific problem, or it can solve or it can do users' specific tasks. This is known as application software. For example, nowadays there are a number of application software. Even now in microcomputers in your smartphone, there are different applications, as you know. For example, the most common is the Microsoft Word, for example, Microsoft Office Suite, generally Word, Excel, Access, PowerPoint, Microsoft Outlook, even Publisher, which is Microsoft Office Suite. Generally, this is one example of application software. There are also different applications. For example, AutoCAD, which is used to design different architectural designs, like buildings are designed using the AutoCAD software. Even there are also Adobe readers, which used to read PDF files, portable digital format files, and also whatever. There are a lot of application software. Anyway, what you must hold in your mind is that application software is a type of software which can solve users specific problem. This is known as application problem. In fact, I mean application software. In fact, this application software can be categorized into two also. This application software can solve users